do-or-die game here in the postseason for our Colorado Rockies. Series is tied 1-1. Rockies got a close victory in game number 2. Game number 1, we did come back just a touch, but could not quite get it done. Hopefully we can get it done here against DL Hall. Got a whip of a 1.40, so he's definitely hittable. He's definitely going to give up his base runners. Jackson Jett in a 1-2 count does pop it up there. Bryce Terang makes the catch there in the infield. And there's our starting lineup. Really no changes tonight from the last couple of games. Got to stay consistent. That's a very valuable thing. Very underrated piece in the postseason. Got to be able to shake things up when you need to, but stay consistent as well. It's a balancing act. So Nolan Jones, Kyle Schwarber, both going down via the K. Only one ball put in play thanks to Jackson Jett, the leadoff guy. Unfortunately, DL Hall gets it done. 1-2-3 inning. We're going to rely on Emerson Hancock and then Walker Buehler after maybe like 4th inning or 5th inning. And as you guys can see, the lineup there for the Brewers. Martin Polanco, been a tough guy to get out in this series, but Cabrera is there. Makes the toss over to first base. They do get the second out. Polanco going back to the bench. William Contreras, deep fly ball. Out to left. Jackson Jett is there. 1-2-3. Going down in the first. 0-2 pitch here to Brenton Doyle. Base hit past the first baseman. That is the first hit for the Rockies. And 1 2/3 innings pitched for DL Hall. 2-2 pitch here. Ground ball. Could be a play at second. No! Some miscommunication on that play. Bryce Terang was not at second base. Paul DeJong throws it to him, but not at the base. DeJong feels a little bit beside himself on that play. Here's a deep drive by Hunter Goodman, looking for the right field fence, and it's not really close. Be a fly out there to Lawrence Butler out and right, and that's going to do it for the Rockies. Second inning, 0-1 pitch here to Garrett Mitchell. There's Jackson Jett giving chase. He's got that one corralled. Nice play out there in left field. Take away extra bases. How about an 0-2 pitch here to Oswaldo Cabrera? He strikes out on the check swing. Hall's been looking good. 4 strikeouts, not even through a full 3 innings pitched. Here's a deep drive to left. Jackson Jett put a charge into that one, but what a play out there in left field by Jackson Chourio. He's got the speed to track that one down. Here's a fly ball from Nolan Jones down 0-2, and that'll be caught out there in center field by Garrett Mitchell. And again, Rockies having some tough at-bats against DL Hall. Base hit here for Emmanuel Rivera. Brenton Doyle can't cut it off. It's going to get all the way to the wall. That should be a 2-out double for Emmanuel Rivera. Can't get this guy out. It's been impossible. It's like the playoff MVP to this point. How about an 0-0 pitch to Bryce Terang right in front of Jackson Jett? Here comes the throw home. Is it going to be on time? Just a little late. And the big man, Emmanuel Rivera, slides in safely. It's a 1-0 game. Just a little flare job right there. Just stick the bat head out and boom, just take it the other way. Unbelievable. It's just like death by 1,000 paper cuts here for the Rockies in this series. We got walks, we got hits. We can't seem to keep up with that offense for the Brewers. We got a walk here. Butler, 0-2 pitch, passed ball. They're actually going to write that down as a wild pitch. It should be a passed ball because Hunter Goodman's got some troubles again. He's been doing this ever since we started this franchise series. He's got to move away from the catching position. I strongly feel that way. Here's a line drive, base hit by Lawrence Butler. Back-to-back pitches that Goodman couldn't block, and Lawrence Butler does what he needed to do. Base hit, knocked in another run. That's all they're going to get. And here's Goodman yet again, but he does get the blue, and then nice positioning there by Cabrera to get to the back of the bag to get Lawrence Butler thrown out. But you know what? He's just not making it easy. I mean, look at Jackson Chourio just giving him a chance, by the way. He is getting out of the way. So you got to give it to him there. But Chourio does draw a walk, and now I'm starting to feel like maybe Walker Buehler needs to come out in here and shut this thing down. I do want to get Hancock through 4 innings. Like, I feel he's got to be able to get us to 4 innings. Here's your ground ball, slinging it back over to second. Cabrera back over to first. What a play. Only a step away. Rockies will turn 2. Let's jump to the top of the 5th. DL Hall still pitching a gem. Rockies only have 1 hit to this point. We cannot figure out the crafty lefty. It's crazy. We should be able to do this. He's got a 1.40 whip. Gives up a ton of base runners. Bottom of the 5th we go. Walker Buehler coming out, relieving Hancock. His day is done. Striking out Ty France. Nice pitch. First batter faced. Got a K. Paul DeYoung. See ya. Goodbye. 97 on our four-seamer. Maybe Walker Buehler should have been the starter. Down 2-0. Base hit again for Emmanuel Rivera. Again, dude, guys, I can't get this guy out. It doesn't matter. Rivera, Polanco, Terang, those guys are really giving me a hard time here. Again, another passed ball by Goodman. They're gonna say that was a wild pitch again. It's a passed ball in my book. Here's a line drive from Terang, again, giving Daxon Jett a little bit of fits out there in left field, but he does make the play. So it's still a 2-0 game, and that's a dot. This is absolutely painted by DL Hall. That is the 6th strikeout for Hall. 2-2 pitch here to Daxon Jett. Could that be a base hit? Nope. It's going to be a line out there to shallow right field. How about Nolan Jones? Deep drive to center. Giving chase is Mitchell at the wall. He sticks his glove up and makes the catch. Unbelievable. I mean, I know he's got 6 strikeouts, but we've actually kind of hit the ball hard. We've had some line drives right at people. It's just not going our way here in game number 3. Series all tied up. Very important game. Hall's day is done. They're going to turn to Nick Mears. Now, this guy actually had some trouble against us in a previous appearance, but he does get Kyle Schwarber to strike out. 1-2 pitch to Tolia way late on that one. 97 was a little too close to take. You got to swing, got to make up your mind, and it was way too late. How about Charlie Condon? Swung on right through the slider. So Nick Mears bounces back in this appearance, shuts us down. Rockies running out of outs right now. Going into the top of the 8th. Jones makes a nice play there at third. He's really coming to his own at third base. You know, I didn't really anticipate him playing a lot of third base for us. We had other options there, but crowded outfield is actually playing pretty well at third base this season, making some nice plays. 2-2 pitch here, and Hudson is going to pop Brenton Doyle up, and that's going to do it for his at-bat. How about Tovar? Line drive, base hit. Wish it could have been a gapper. That could have been 2 with 1 out. Would have been a beautiful setup there for the next batter. Hunter Goodman, can he come through? We're trying to steal a little hit and run action, just trying to get something moving. He does draw a walk, so now the Rockies are in business. But we know that Oswaldo Cabrera loves to put the ball on the ground, so I'm thinking maybe contact swing here if it's right there, and it is, and he puts it on the ground. Double play opportunity for the Brewers, and he throws it away. He pulls France off the bag, so that does give the Rockies another life here in the 8th inning. I don't know what France was doing there. The throw did not look that bad, but 3-2 pitcher to Daxon Jett. Deep drive to center, but that is not going to get enough behind it. Mitchell's there. Again, Rockies can't find a way. Let's jump to the bottom of the 8th inning. Walker Buehler's still out there. Again, we're doing the bridge, doing the opener. Glorified opener. You had 4 innings from Hancock. Now you've got a couple of more innings here from Buehler. Maybe you could go another 4. Get us to the 9th. 0-2 pitch here after base hit. Terang strikes out looking. That was a gutsy pitch there by Buehler. 4 Ks for him. 0-1 pitch now to Polanco. Line drive to Jett. The 2 youngsters battling it out there in the same draft class. And Daxon Jett hauls this one in. So let's go now to the 9th. Top of the 9th we go. It's Trevor McGill to face Nolan Jones. 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Rockies down to 2 outs. We need 2 runs to keep playing. I don't like the odds, but maybe we can get something cooking. Schwarber swung on through the knuckle curve. One last batter. It's Michael Tolia. Can he find a way? Are we going to get a good pitch to hit? We'll see. Here comes the pitch from McGill. Right down the middle. It's a base hit. Right past third baseman and shortstop. Beautiful job of hitting there by Tolia. And now our season rests in the bat of the youngster, Charlie Condon, and he swings at an inside pitch. That was a ball. But the youngster thought he might be able to handle it, might be able to turn those hands in. Wrap that down the line. Didn't work out. Didn't work out this season. Sucks. Rockies will fall 2-0. Final score, only 3 hits. Our offense, only 3 hits today. Not good. Not good. So we'll go back to the drawing board, everybody. We got some key decisions to make on some of our veterans, like Sandy Alcantara, maybe Brenton Doyle. Not really liking where his batting average is heading. I know that he's a speedster. I know that he's a really great defender out there in center field. Like, we need that, but I need a little bit more offense somewhere, somehow, some way. Got to get some more offense from that outfield position, to be honest with you. So Ryan McMahon gets his first ever World Series ring. Congratulations to him. We ended up trading him a season ago, if you guys remember that, to the Mariners. And what a cool World Series that this was. Mariners and Diamondbacks. That's awesome. Mariners win their first World Series. So caps off to you guys. Garrett Cole is retiring. So we'll just do a little slow scroll on some of these guys that are notable. We got Nathan Eovaldi, Giancarlo Stanton, 38 years old. Giancarlo Stanton, he's a year older than me. Oh my gosh. Well, this is actually in 2027. So actually, he's younger than me in real life. Clayton Kershaw, we don't even need to go down that road. Clayton Kershaw retires as well. So he's definitely going to be a Hall of Fame candidate. I think he does make it into the Hall of Fame once you sim past and get more into the offseason. You got Jacob deGrom is retiring as well. Sonny Gray. So it's an end of an era for a lot of these guys back in like the 08 season, 09, 10. Those years, man. Those years went like a blur. It'll happen to you too. For you guys that are youngsters watching in 2025, you'll be looking back at 2025 players and being like, oh my God, it's 2040 and they're gone. They're retiring. So some key decisions here. Sandy Alcantara, Gregory Soto, Keegan Aiken, Lorenzen, Freeland. I think I can just honestly tell you that Senzatella, Freeland, those guys are going to be gone. Like, I have no intention of bringing those guys back. Now, guys like Sandy Alcantara, Keegan Aiken, it's going to be up for debate. Like, I really got to see how our team has progressed, what we've got on the come up here, who's going to be available in free agency, all that good stuff, guys. Plus, we got Eddie Fernandez, our draft pick from last season. He's 21, A potential. Looks like he's going to be a stud out there in the outfield. You got Josh Bennett, a top 50 prospect at catcher. You got Carlos Medina, 19 years old now. He's a B potential. Like, he looks like he could get a spring training invite and be a piece. Third base, Cabrera might be a guy that might be a trade piece. He's just kind of a guy that has been here for a little while. Definitely fills a role for this team. I like him. He's versatile. I like that. But maybe we can move on from him, get something else out of that. But Brando Maeda, still kind of hoping for that guy to turn it around. Acquired him from the Yankees a while ago from that Ryan McMahon trade. So I'm looking forward to a lot of the young guys on this team. But pitching-wise, Avery Webster's down there at 59A. Like, we've been drafting very, very, very well. You got Carlson's an A, Webster's an A, Ullman is a B. Our pitching staff is on the come up. It's just going to take a little time for those 50-plus guys, those mid-60 guys to start, like, moving on up here. But Christian Fontenot might get a spring training invite with his rating overall, his potential, all that stuff. So, guys, that's it for today's video. Leave a like if you like this thing. Happy Monday. Hope your guys' week goes well. I'll see you on later on in the week here for a off-season recap video explaining everything that we did and what we're looking like for 2028. See you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.